As businesses continue the cleanup process, the price of the flood is starting to show. How much one restaurant owner says it's cost him so far.
And a preschool on lockdown after shots fired in Davenport yesterday. The police took from that scene.
WHBF is local for you. This is Local 4 News this morning.
Good morning, everybody, on this Friday morning. I'm Redrick Terry.
And I'm Alexandria Ikamoni. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News this morning. It's been almost 3 weeks since the HESCO barriers broke in downtown Davenport. Businesses are counting their losses while the cleanup continues. It's this morning's top story.
The Half Nelson restaurant is in one of the hardest hit areas on East 2nd Street. Owner Matthew Osborne says he worked on the idea for almost 4 years, and construction took more than 6 months. He also spent a month training staff, but all of that was washed away on the brink of opening night. Local 4's Tahir Rahman tells us what the historic flood is costing the entrepreneur.
This is not how Matthew Osborne pictured his restaurant to look or sound like 2 weeks after opening day. That's because April 30th ended up being historic for another reason.
When I was actually still standing back there looking at the wall when I saw the water start to fill the alley.
Instead of welcoming crowds into the Half Nelson that night, Osborne spent it pushing out water.
For the day that it was supposed to become official, to be the day that, you know, it closed for I don't know how long again. So that was a little disheartening.
Osborne had at least 4 people in the building 24/7 watching generators, pumps, and water levels.
Very intense 48 hours or so.
Now he says he can stop worrying about the water and start worrying about its impact.
Find any spot where water might have made an effect somewhere and dry that out or replace that.
Osborne says he's already looking at least $100,000 in lost inventory and demolition work. And that doesn't include contractor costs or other damage they still have to assess.
And I'm almost afraid to, just for my own sanity, to kind of start to spitball a number there.
And he says the setback is more than just dollars.
Or the real loss there is just the loss of momentum or feeling of momentum. We had done a lot of training and a lot of practice and really felt like we were starting to get our sea legs, as it were. And now, that's all back to square one.
Working to get back to opening day.
Hopefully, get to a point where we're starting to put it all back together and assemble it, back as it was.
Tahir Rahman reporting. And Osborne says it'll still be a few more weeks until he can finally open. He says at that point he'll probably be looking at $250,000 in losses. Now, a GoFundMe page to raise money for his staff has been started. You can find that on our website, ourquadcities.com.
And the Small Business Administration is opening a recovery center in Davenport to help flood victims, specifically businesses that were affected by the high waters and severe storms that have been happening since March. The center will provide a one-stop shop for them to get a variety of specialized help.
Police haven't made any arrests after shots were fired in Davenport yesterday, forced a preschool to lock down. Officers got the first call around 2 on West 13th Street. Police believe it's connected to more gunshots minutes later that put Children's Village West on lockdown. Local 4 News was first on the scene, where neighbors say they heard 4 to 5 shots. Police found 3 shell casings and nobody was hurt, but 2 cars were damaged.
And on a lighter note, a little bit of TLC is being given to a home for veterans in need. An employee from Beacon of Hope Hospice put it all together. Freedom Homes Ministries opened the veterans home about 1.5 years ago. It's for service members experiencing homelessness or mental health issues to have stable housing. Now, one of the vets living there tells Local 4 News this is his family.
There used to be so many veterans out there that didn't have anywhere to go, but now there's more support for veterans coming together in our country, and it makes a world of a difference.
Now, veterans in the home worked on maintaining the house. The volunteers helped organize the basement and make repairs outside as part of the Day of Caring.
Quad Cityans rolled up their sleeves for several projects yesterday with improving the community in mind. It was all part of the United Way Day of Caring. More than 1,500 local volunteers took on more than 100 community betterment projects. In Rock Island, volunteers were refreshing gardens at the Quad City Botanical Center.
Having the help from United Way Day of Caring is phenomenal for us. We have more than 60 volunteers here for 3 hours who are doing all kinds of projects for us that we would not be able to do without that kind of manpower.
The special community-wide event also sent volunteers to Arrowhead Ranch, Riverbend Food Bank, and Peterson Park Playground in Davenport.
So a group of University of Illinois students is asking for help. They're looking for ticks, guys. The iTick program researches ticks from around the state of Illinois. They help doctors figure out what diseases they carry. Now, it all started last year, and they're asking anyone who spends time outside to be a part of that program.
We need volunteers because, like I said, we can't be everywhere at once. We need people who are out being exposed to ticks to tell us where are they going and to send us any ticks they find on themselves when they're out and in nature.
They're working to get people from all counties in Illinois involved with this. And let me be the first to tell you, I do not want to be involved in this. I think I'm okay. I don't want to search for ticks, me personally.
Technically, you do live in Rock Island County, and that was one of those red dots on that map. So
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah,
if
I think I'm
see
fine.
one, I'm out.
I think I'm fine on that one too. Obviously, it's important to know what those ticks are carrying.
Yeah.
But this one is just making me itch.
Yes,
Like,
my skin's
back,
crawling
my back.
right now. I think we're okay without this, Ash. Someone else can specialize in that.
Yeah, I'll be good without it. I can have a hard enough time dealing with all the stink bugs around that I find in
Oh
my house.
gosh.
Ugh, I was in the shower this morning and there was a nice little spider that I saw right by my head.
I'm okay.
It's about that time. You know, we're about to be in the mayfly season as well, and it's
I'm hoping we don't get it.
the crawlies are
Got the
on their way
chills.
out.
I don't want any parts.
All right, well, we're going to get a lot of rain, so maybe that'll wash some of them away at least. We do have rain yesterday. We had a few storms outside. It's a cloudy start right now, and we will have plenty of rain as we get into really the next several hours, and then a little more in the afternoon as well. So 68 right now in Moline, sitting at 66 in Davenport. Winds out of the southwest there at 12 miles per hour. We're on the fringe of a front sitting over the area, so it really depends where this front travels as to how much it's going to warm up today, but I don't expect it to warm up a whole lot. So most of us right now in the mid and upper 60s and really should only climb into the lower 70s here this afternoon. You can see that we do have some showers and a few storms trying to build in from the west, getting closer to Iowa City, Washington, and Fairfield here this morning. That's going to continue to make its way towards the area, and it should dump quite a bit of rain through at least these morning hours into the midday, and then clears out a little bit after that. But lower 70s, that's a far cry from yesterday. The chance for storms continues through the afternoon, and then tonight will clear out a little bit. Enjoy the nice little pause, nice mild night before more rain comes this weekend as well.
Yeah, anytime we can get a little break in there, it's obviously a good thing, especially after last night. Boy, what a rocky night that was.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a little dicey. Some pretty strong storms outside, but it's so nice sleeping when the rain's going pitter-patter.
It was great, I can't lie. I opened up the window, and then I had the fan on in my room. Both of those noises knocked out.
Wow.
It was a little hot, though.
A little on the hot side, but you know, we can deal with that.
Be all right.
AC is wonderful.
Yes.
All right, Ash, thanks.
Coming up, when it rains, it makes the perfect time to watch a movie.
Which ones are hitting theaters today? That's up next with Movie Mike.
Time now, 6:10. You're watching Local 4 News this morning.
WHBF is local for you with Redrick Terry, Alexandria Ikamoni, and meteorologist Ash Simpson. This is Local 4 News this morning in high definition.